My name is P2k DaDiddy, and this is the man behind the music.
My love and a woman too. I'm caught up in the middle. I'm stuck between the two. I'm so confused right now. I don't know what to do. I got a wife I love, yeah, and a woman too. I'm caught up in the middle. I'm stuck between the two. I'm just in love right now. I don't know what to do. I love my wife and my girlfriend too. We both been together.
I grew up in a little small town called Gloucester, Louisiana. Real small town, real family orientated, and it wasn't a big population or nothing like that, but we was family. Majority of people in the neighborhood were relatives, so I didn't have a whole lot to do. I can go outside and play with my cousins, run around the neighborhood, chase chicken, ride horses, or whatever we did, or stay in the house and just listen to music, which was blues and old school, because that's all my mom used to play growing up as a kid. I fell in love with music. Honestly, I was 5, maybe 6 years old, because every Saturday morning my mom would be either cleaning up, cooking, listening to Johnny Taylor, Tyrone Davis, Marvin Cease. And as a little boy, man, growing up in the country, like I said, we didn't have much to do. So if I went outside playing, I was up under my mother, because yeah, I'm a mama's boy, and we was listening to that good old blues. I started playing musical instruments around 11 years old. Every Christmas, my mom would buy me a musical instrument. First, I think I got the guitar first, because that was my first love. I fell in love with the guitar. It was just something about the sound of a guitar. And then the next instrument was the drums, and then after that, she bought me a keyboard. So I immediately fell in love with just music, the whole process of the sound of music. And I started DJing when I was around 15, maybe 16 years old. Being a country boy, immediately falling in love with music and always listening at my mom play blues, I decided I wanted to be a DJ. And back then there wasn't no CDs, there wasn't all this fancy stuff that they got now. Computers wasn't around, so we had cassette tapes and records. Man, I had so much going on being a DJ, learning the process of playing instruments. My mom also was an entrepreneur. She had a beauty shop right in front of the house, and she was a beautician as well. So I decided to start cutting hair, man. I started cutting hair out my room, and my mom said one day, maybe I should go to barber school, because we had all the little boys from high school coming over here after school trying to get a haircut, and I can do all the fancy haircuts back then. So I decided to take that a little steps further, and I went to barber school and started cutting hair. Between cutting hair, DJing, and learning to play instruments, man, I saved up enough money to buy my very first house. I was so excited. My mom, my whole family knew nothing about what I had going on. I went out and got me a realtor. Keep in mind, I graduated at 17. So at 18, I was in the process getting my first house. I came home. I had the keys. I was shaking the keys. My mom said, "What them keys for?" I said, "Mama bought me a house." So she immediately hugged me and said, "I'm proud of you, son." So I got my first house. I was DJing a gig, man, and actually this was a very important gig to me, because it was a high school prom, and the high school was the high school that I graduated from. And I was DJing this party. Everybody was looking good. Everybody was having a good time, and my phone just kept ringing. And normally I ignore a phone call when I'm DJing, because I don't want nobody to interrupt my groove. Us DJs, we got a groove we be in when we DJing. So something told me to just look at the phone. I didn't answer it, and I seen a text message that said, come home and hurry because your house is on fire. I knew it wasn't gonna be good then. So I dropped everything, rushed home. By the time I got home, my house was up in flames and I had lost everything. I lost everything. I lost all my clothes. I lost some of my DJ equipment. I lost some of my music that I was preparing for the studio. It just took everything out of me, and honestly, I felt like giving up. So I took a year off because I wanted to get back mentally ready to get back in the game. So I got mentally ready, got back pumped up, I got motivated, I got me some new equipment. God blessed me with another house. So I got my first gig DJing in a club, and I never forget. It was a nightclub that was real popular in my area called Club Maples. And I came in there one night, I had a friend in there DJing, and he gave me the microphone, and by the end of the night, the owner was offering me a job. So I started there, man, and I stayed there for about 5 years for the length of that club, and I just moved on, man. It's been a great ride ever since. From the Brick House to Pat and Jerry's to every major club that's in Shreveport, Louisiana, I've had the opportunity of being one of the great DJs there. DJing in all these popular clubs, man, all through the years, I messed around and built a name for myself, P2k DaDiddy. So I wanted to do something different, man, because we had a lot of party promoters in my area. We had a lot of people that would always bring concerts to town, but there was nobody to promote them. So I came up with the bright idea to start a street team. And I did just that. I created a street team called the Jump Out Boys. And our job was to make sure whatever was going on in the city, it get promoted. So, man, started off with 3 members. Before you know it, we have 12. Then we had another 3 ads, so we ended up with, at the end of the day, 15 members. And I did that for about 5 years. Now, where I want to take this Southern Soul music and where I want to take my career, my goals, and my dreams are to take it to the next level. And what I mean by next level, I am in the process and I'm going to take my genre of music, which is soul music, to mainstream. Maybe 2, it may take 3 years from now, but Southern Soul will definitely be mainstream in the music. 2-3 years from now, we'll have our own category on the BET Awards. I've been singing all my life, off and on, you know. Of course, I was singing in church because my mom was a gospel singer and she was in the choir. And being from a gospel-orientated family, you know, I always had the niche to be a singer as well because it ran in the family. My sister sung, and you know, my whole family was musically inclined. So, man, it took all these years for me to take music seriously. So in 2018, I had grown all up and become the man I am, and I decided to take this music thing seriously, and I dropped my first record, which is called Boom Boom Room. The Boom Boom Room concept came from me traveling all over, from concerts to events, looking for an after-hour spot. So no matter how or where we went after the club, we always wanted to go to the after-hour spot. So when I was growing up in my area, the after-hour spot was called a Hole in the Wall. They were small clubs, but they had a lot of people in them. So the concept of the Boom Boom Room came from that. Because in every town, there's always an after-hour spot known as the Hole in the Wall. But I call it the Boom Boom Room because that's the 2020 vision that I have for it.
My thing is already made. I got my clothes laid out. And my girl do too. We
first radio to DJ to play my record was my girl, Ferrari Fox. She always supported me from cutting hair, from DJing, and when I told her I was getting ready to take this music thing seriously and drop my first single, she was the first one to play it. I never forget, I was riding with a friend of mine. We was on our way to a gig and I heard Boom Boom Room over the radio. And I really can't sit here and explain how I felt, but I just know my whole body went numb. And once it really dawned on me that was my record that was on the radio, I started to dissect the record to make sure everything sounded right, make sure the mix and master was there. I just wanted to just be perfect, and I wanted to sound good on the radio. Cat Daddy was a real good friend of mine. He was a very, very popular DJ from my area, Shreveport. Unfortunately, we lost Cat Daddy. It hurt me real bad because he would always inspire me that I need to take music seriously, because he said I had a voice, so that hurt me so bad. We had a great relationship. All the stars would come in town for the blues shows. I'd always take them to Cat Daddy's old school cafe, and we'd go there and eat because he had a real popular restaurant right in the Shreveport Moortown area. So Cat Daddy, we had a great relationship. After Cat Daddy passed, man, it really triggered me to start back DJing. And I always wanted to be on the radio. So the opportunity came that the radio wanted me to fill his spot from 6 to 9 on this popular radio station we have here, KDKS 102.1. So I went and I auditioned for the spot. The program director loved me. You know, the job was mine. I just had to accept it. So everything went well with that. I always pray about everything that I try to endeavor in. So I prayed about it. And about 3 weeks after that, I found out they gave the job to somebody else. I know that everything happened for a reason, so when I found out they gave the job to somebody else, God had already showed me that I was going to be on the radio. So he allowed me to take my first single, and within 3 months' time, I was on 36 radio stations. So that was my confirmation that I was going to be on the radio, but not as a DJ. So that's how that transpired. After I dropped Boom Boom Room, I started immediately working on the album because I got this hot record out, and all my friends was inspiring me to go ahead and do the album. I got Sir Charles Jones on the album. He's been a friend of mine for over 20 years. I got Phil Hollywood on the album. I got L.J. Eccles on the album. I got Nathaniel Kimball on the album. I got a great bunch of pioneers who've been in the music game for a long time. So I collabed with all these guys and got these guys to be a part of my album. And DJ Trucker is a real good friend of mine. I met Trucker about 2.5 years ago, and he was a real special DJ that was really blowing up over social media. And we instantly hit it off. We became real good friends. So one day I called him, I said, Truck, I got an idea. I got something I want to do, man. It's going to help both our careers. So a couple days later, I sent him over this record called Trucker Hustle. And it's a line dance. And the record basically is talking about DJ Trucker and the things he do as his DJ career expand. And man, that record took off, and it's been going ever since. Just Another Day is a record that got inspired on the road, on the way from Mississippi.
I heard you in town tonight, right?
As I travel, I'm always getting all these ideas. The majority of my records come from me being on the road, traveling back home, or going to an event. Just Another Day was inspired because every weekend I'm on the road, I'm headed to another event, I'm headed to another state. So Just Another Day is a a record that talks about me traveling to a different city every other weekend. It's just another day. Of course, we're on the highway, and the majority of times when I'm headed to an event, if me and Trucker got an event in the same city, we always connect, and 90% of the time it's the same event. So when I came up with the record hook say Trucker's in town, so you know it's gonna be a party, because Trucker is a very, very popular DJ, and he has a big draw in the Southern Soul music industry. I've been in the music industry professionally since 2018. I have won 5 awards.
He's going to be performing tonight, and he is nominated for a couple of awards. How does it feel? Because again, P2k was just here last year. You just came in, kind of.
I've won a ZBT award. I've won a TSA award. I've won a Daddy Be Nice award. I've won the Blues Critic Award twice. So right now I have great accolades, and I got 5 awards, and I'm just blessed, and I thank God for the platform that He has given me. I see Southern Soul being real big in the music industry, because it reminds me of when rap first started out. People think it wasn't going to be here to stay. Now rap music is one of the biggest genres of music it is, and I feel that same way about Southern Soul. So I'm going to continue to put God first. Make sure I stay prayed up. You can always follow me on Facebook at P2k DaDiddy, Twitter P2k DaDiddy, and Instagram P2k DaDiddy. I'm P2k, and I'm the man behind the music.